What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of
FORNEVERNEWS,
the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related. And we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
Still moving on, still moving on. This is for my day ones. This is for my day ones. Come on.
And before we continue, I would like to thank each and every person that has taken time to listen and provide feedback for my new album that is out right now, The Rise of Tim Roosevelt. You can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, pretty much anywhere you get your music. You can listen to it. Link in the description below so you could go check it out for yourself. And yeah, just thank you so much, and let's keep on rocking out, you know? And with all that being said, first story on the docket. Now, as I've been warning you guys for quite some time, in case you missed it, Shonen Jump, yeah, it's not looking great for its future. While right now and for the last few years it has been dominating, circulation of the manga sales have been going through the roof because we have juggernauts like One Piece, we got juggernauts like My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Black Clover even being a big one as well. Ultimately, the magazine hasn't had a new gigantic hit in quite some time, pretty much since Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. Now, obviously, Chainsaw Man was moved over to Jump Plus, so it's not a part of the physical Shonen Jump magazine, and there's been arguments on whether or not Chainsaw Man, at the very least on the anime side of things, was a success, but that's a whole different topic in general. Pretty much, it looks like the magazine hasn't been able to find a big battle series hit, or they haven't been looking for one, because to be honest with you, after the Hunters Guild Red Hood and a couple other series, Ayashimon, they pretty much haven't been serializing or letting any big battle series last or sustain themselves for the time to, you know, kind of find a fan base. They've pretty much been canceling anything that comes in the magazine, and the other series that have been lasting haven't been big battle series. They've kind of been more like the Ichinose Family Deadly Sins, just kind of short story, Akane Banashi. Those have been the ones that have been prevailing. And since those series, again, the My Heroes and Jujutsu Kaisens, the only other big series that has pretty much come into the magazine and sustained itself and made a pretty decent following and sales have been good has been Martial Magic and Muscles. Martial Magic and Muscles, outside of the other big guns, is the only one that has accumulated 5 million sales in circulation. And yeah, it's been the one battle series that has been like, okay, that should have been next up. And even with the anime that's out right now, produced by A1 Pictures, it hasn't really grown since then. And on top of that, we got this big news that is pretty much telling us that, yeah, it looks like Martial Magic and Muscles is going to be ending soon. Because according to this report, it says Martial will be reaching its super climax next week in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 31. The series will be receiving a color page and a 24-page extension in the same issue. So I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't end in that issue, it'll end maybe within the next 2 issues. That is my guesstimation, but it could last a bit longer than that. But my point being is that I don't think Martial will make it out of this summer for sure. And to be honest with you, I might be giving it a decent runway that it probably won't make it out of July of this summer, which means that the biggest battle series outside of the ones that are hundreds and hundreds of chapters, because everything from Black Clover and Jujutsu Kaisen up, it's like 226 chapters, 361 chapters, 391 chapters, and then of course Goat Piece that is at well over 1,000, One Piece. So all of those are long runners that have been going for a long time, and each one of them have been announced to either be on their final arc, their final saga. In general, they're all ending, and now it looks like Martial, the only other big one, is coming to an end, which after Martial makes you think, okay, well, what's the next big series outside of Martial that has been like a newbie that is in the magazine? And that goes to Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days, if I'm not mistaken, has about 3 million copies in circulation, but as gas as Sakamoto Days is and is going to be once it gets an anime, it is not a conventional battle series. It's kind of a older dude that is retired as an assassin. It's very different from, you know, the boy with a dream or the boy that's super strong or any of that stuff. It's kind of break away from that. So pretty much Martial Magic and Muscles ending right now, unless Shonen Jump within the next couple years builds up some brand new Shonen Jump battle series. series, and Shonen Jump is really going to be, I don't want to say hurting because it looks like they're trying to go in a different direction in general, but when it comes to being the King of Battle series, that lane is opening up widely, because I don't know if Shonen Jump just doesn't want to be in that market anymore, or if they're confident that they can make a hit in between now and whenever all of the big guns like Jujutsu Kaisen and them end. But yeah, it's looking kind of wild out here, fam. The fact that Mashle is ending means that there's really no new big battle series. At the very least, even if any of the newbies that they put in the magazine come out, they won't be big for another year or two. You know, it takes a year to put out 50 chapters. It takes 2 years to get 100 chapters in an anime adaptation. It takes about 3 years for the anime adaptation to roll around. That is a long time before we get a big battle series, assuming that Shonen Jump is even going in that direction. Obviously, again, we have a couple of other series, like Chainsaw Man is still going, and, you know, obviously, we have some other magazines from Shueisha that is kind of related to Jump, but in terms of the biggest manga magazine in the world, Weekly Shonen Jump, we might be seeing the collapse of Shonen Jump as a whole, and ideally breath of fresh air into the industry, because if Shonen Jump is moved out of the way of being the King of Battle series, then that gives room for other publishing companies to reign supreme. But we gotta wait and see. Either way, Mashle Magic and Muscles is reaching its super climax, which, based on the page count and everything, it might even be ending next week or the week after. I'm just saying. And wow, oh wow, I thought Mashle was going to be around for a long time. I thought Mashle was going to take the torch and become the big gun of Shonen Jump, and doesn't seem to be the case. Moving forward, big success in the field when it comes to Spider-Man. Y'all know that, well, me personally, I'm a massive fan of the Across the Spider-Verse movie. That movie, to me, is damn near a masterpiece, and it looks like sales are reflecting it, because apparently Across the Spider-Verse has surpassed $500 million worldwide, which I love to freaking hear it, because one, it is a quality movie. Two, it is an animated movie that is kind of in the realm of 3D CG, but at the same time, it's just this unique blend, like opposed to the first one, the Into the Spider-Verse, which still looked great. The Across the Spider-Verse movie was just such an artistic approach at something different, that to see that it actually succeeded in this capacity, and it is outdoing a box office bomb like The Flash that did about $64 million in its opening weekend. You compare the two, it's phenomenal, to say the least. That, yo, dog, Miles Morales, this little Spider-Man animated movie, outdid The Flash that had Michael Keaton returning as Batman, so all the 90s people and late 80s people could stand up, and that wasn't enough to do squat compared to this movie. And that also goes to show that quality can triumph overall, because the Spider-Verse movies have been non-stop quality, and that second one right now, it is proving just that, with over $500 million worldwide. And one more time, clap it up for Miles Morales, because at the end of the day, more than likely, if this continues and Miles Morales keeps on getting pushed, within the next 20 years, kids that grow up, they're gonna look at Miles Morales as the true Spider-Man. And while shout outs to Peter Parker, he did so much for a lot of us at the end of the day, inspiring us and all. At the end of the day, Peter Parker might be like, oh yeah, that's the old Spider-Man. My Spider-Man's Miles Morales. Big ups to big ups to Miles Morales, baby. Moving forward, Rurouni Kenshin fans, there's a new key visual for the upcoming Rurouni Kenshin TV anime. The series will start broadcasting in July 6th, which, I ain't gonna lie, this summer season, like, I'm kind of sad to see this season of anime going. Like, you know, Demon Slayer just wrapped itself up, and it's like, oh god. And I'm hearing great things that Vinland Saga, which I'm gonna marathon here soon, is wrapping itself up as well. But yo, dog, we got Jujutsu Kaisen, we got Bleach, and we got Rurouni Kenshin. Literally, that's all you need this coming season. You got 3 absolute bangers. July 6th, it begins this new adaptation, and considering, for me personally, it's been, I want to say, over a decade since I watched Rurouni Kenshin now, a lot of it is going to feel fresh. I know some of the bigger beats, but for the most part, yeah, bring it on, baby. And this key visual looks like that's probably going to be a wall scroll or a poster in some kid's room somewhere in the world, you know what I'm saying? Because this looks absolutely fire. And again, if you don't know about the manga or the original anime, this will definitely be a really dope experience for you. And it looks like this is kind of promoting the first arc. I want to say, is it the Oniwaban? I want to say that's the Oniwaban on the flip side on the bottom of it, the villains, so to speak, of this arc. But yeah, this promo poster looks dope, and I'm excited. Moving forward, we talked about this briefly a few episodes ago, but me and Roboco, in case you don't know, despite the fact that they did Roboco absolutely dirty with giving it an anime of like 2 to 3 minute short episodes, and I'm still very disappointed about that. They did announce, and it was leaked, that a Me and Roboco movie was incoming, and now it says here, Me and Roboco movie announcement page. The film is scheduled to premiere winter 2024. More details will be announced in the future. That is a long ways off to announce. Well, maybe they're talking about, okay, no, if it's winter 2024, it might be this upcoming January, so that's not that far away. But either way, that's really dope that they're not giving up on Roboco, although I wouldn't be surprised, because it looks like Shonen Jump is doing what they did many years ago, a purge, so to speak. If they're allowing all of the big guns to end, they're allowing the biggest newbie, Marshall, to end, they might be also ending Roboco, and it's going to go out with this film. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm trying to be realistic when it comes to Shonen Jump. They might be doing what they did several years ago, where they started ending, like Naruto ended, Toriko ended, Reborn ended. They just was like, yo, Beelzebub, get out of here. They kind of cleaned and cleansed the magazine of all of the older stuff, including damn near everything up to even Kochikame that was in there for like 50 freaking years. They got rid of it all. They might be doing the same thing, and Roboco might be going out with a bang with a big movie, which is rightfully deserved, because this author has fought tooth and nail to try and be successful. Give that guy a movie, give him everything. We support you over here, Shuhei Miyazaki, okay? Moving forward, just a small little update that apparently Koyo Harugo Toge, in case you don't know who that is the author of the biggest anime in the world pretty much at the moment, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Now, ever since the wrapping up of Demon Slayer back in 2020, we rarely get anything from this author. This author kind of just, I don't want to say went into hiding, but it damn near feels that way. But apparently, the manga magazine of Haikyuu Jump issue number 8 for 2023 has a cover of Demon Slayer, and it says that the magazine features Kimetsu no Yaiba with a new illustration by Koyo Harugo Toge that will be out on stands in Japan July 4th. So it looks like Koyo Harugo Toge, they got her to come. I believe it's a female. I don't think the gender has ever been confirmed, but yeah, this is kind of cool. I really would love for Koyo Harugo Toge to come back, and if they're not going to do a new manga, then do something in the realm of Demon Slayer. At some given point, that anime adaptation has to, the time is ticking for that Demon Slayer anime, you know what I mean? So Koyo Harugo Toge, we will welcome you with open arms, and I'm sure Shonen Jump's wallets would welcome you with open arms as well, because you made them a lot of money, mate. Yeah, just wanted to say Koyo Harugo Toge back with another one, at the very least some art. Moving forward, big news. You could throw it in the rumorish pile, but I've seen this reported on multiple different platforms that Chainsaw Man has been confirmed to be receiving a new anime season as well as a movie adaptation. And this one right here, where I'm reporting it, came from leaks on Weibo, which Weibo usually always has all of the, accurate stuff. It'd be leaks, but it'd be accurate leaks. And honestly, I'm not mad at that at all. That is literally what I called from the moment I realized that the first season was only going to be 12 episodes and have a stopping point. It would make sense that, okay, boom, you stopped it right there. You can do the second season and end it with a movie. So that's what I'm going to guess that they're going to be doing. They're probably going to have the final arc of the series be one big, gigantic, cinematic film. And I'm not going to lie, I am 1,000% for it. To be able to go and see the finale of Chainsaw Man Season 1 in theaters, no matter what you feel about Chainsaw Man 2, you cannot deny that Chainsaw Man 1, for better or worse, was one fantastic ride to observe. You know what I mean? And absolutely, give it a season, give it a movie, give it all of that stuff. Because, yeah, the first season of Chainsaw Man, for better or worse, it was enjoyable to watch. Because it was kind of like one of those things that, yeah, some of this stuff is absolutely toxic, but by golly, it's entertaining to say the least. So, yeah, a new season, which is to be expected. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just kind of worried, I guess, in a certain regard, that, considering the fact that it didn't do what Studio Mappa wanted it to do in terms of like Blu-ray sales and stuff like that. Like, people were streaming it, people really wasn't buying it all that much like they hoped. hopefully that doesn't mean that they're going to pull back on, the quality that they put into this and the effort that they put into this. Maybe they could dial it back with the CG and actually just focus in on the 2D, which it wasn't like it was overbearing with the CG anyways, but yeah, kind of focus more in that realm of just making a really dope anime and not trying to be revolutionary with it. I understand what they were attempting to do, but considering that it didn't really work out in their favor, just make something dope. Just don't pull back neither because of the first season not being the biggest thing in the world, because Chainsaw Man is very popular. You just got to figure out a way to get people to, throw some money your way, you know what I'm saying? And then as far as the movie situation goes, 100% I'm betting that, Studio Mappa is going to put every effort into making this movie damn near probably better looking than even the Demon Slayer film and all of that stuff, because it's a movie, it's Studio Mappa. I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. I'm just a little bit worried about that second season, because they might have been disappointed enough to be like, we don't, wait and see. Either way, new Chainsaw Man season and film have been leaked to be coming, more than likely are truly coming. That's what she said. Moving forward, quick update from My Hero Academia. Apparently, My Hero Academia will be on break next week in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 31, and will resume in issue number 32 as scheduled. And I'm going to continue to repeat myself. I know it sounds like a broken record, but these little 1 week breaks is not doing it, is not cutting the mustard. Please give this man a couple of months off. Like y'all give it to everybody else. Tite Kubo with Bleach when he was in the final, stretch of the 1,000-Year Blood War. Y'all gave him, I think it was, a couple of months off. Y'all gave Black Clover, 3 months off. Y'all gave Oda 2 years in a row. He got a straight month off. Obviously, this is for eye surgery. But, yeah, this is My Hero Academia is for his life. The man is falling apart in front of our eyes. Damn near every chapter we've been getting over the last month has been 9 pages. So if you're giving us 9 pages and you're taking these 1 week breaks, that means that you need a break. I don't know if it's Shonen Jump that is forcing it or that he's refusing the break. They easily could just say, yo, you can refuse the break, but we can refuse to publish whatever you hand us until you take that break. So hopefully they actually just let him take the break. I don't know if it's because the manga sales do so well and they're scared to break that pattern with fans of having a volume release in X amount of time, but you ain't gonna have no volumes, and at the end of the day, a man's life is on the line. I don't know if maybe Shonen Jump is looking at it as, yo, he's gonna be out of the magazine anyway, whatever happens to him after the fact, that's his problem. We need our manga done ASAP, or if he signed a freaking death contract, or I don't know what it is at this point, but give the man a few months. Maybe you make it that Dekun Shigaraki is about to go, the final fight, and give him 2 months off so that he could prepare to make it the best thing possible and make it, overall a decent amount of chapters, decent amount of pages, and the ending that people deserve, because, and I don't want to get into review territory. This is Forever News, not Forever Reviews, but ultimately the final arc of My Hero Academia and the manga has not been to the stuff that we have come to know from My Hero Academia's quality, and I'll leave it at that. Ultimately, give the man a longer break. 1 week is not cutting it because he's falling apart. He's sick. He's not in good health. Yeah. And while we're on the topic of breaks, Black Clover will also be on break next week in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 31, and the series will resume in issue number 32 as scheduled. Now, Tabata, he's been on record of being sick as well and having some type of issues, but more so has been with his family. But yeah, that's ideally a normal break for Black Clover. My Hero Academia is just always manages on break here and there, and not enough of a break. Black Clover, everything is, for the most part, from what we know, okay. And considering Black Clover is also another one that is headed out the door, yeah, I mean, Tabata is a different case, but yeah, shout out to him getting that break too. I always advocate for any author, in Shonen Jump especially, but even Weekly Shonen Magazine, whatever publication, get your breaks. Look at Boruto right now. Boruto went on the biggest break of a lifetime at this point, so yeah, get a break in. Haikyuu fans, I know you're disappointed. Haikyuu fans, I know you're like, oh my god, we still, yes, those movies. It's supposed to be a TV anime. What happened to the finale? Well, Haikyuu Fest 2023 will be held on September 24th, 2023. This special send-off event, initially scheduled for August, will anticipate the premiere of the Haikyuu final movie, starring the series voice casting. More details in the future. So they're doing a big festival in September that was originally going to be in August to kind of send off Haikyuu into the sunset, so to speak. And yeah, I mean, it's not not going to change the fact that fans are disappointed. And I'm imagining if they're disappointed in the West about these films, they're probably disappointed over there in Japan as well, because we wanted season. Well, not me personally, to be honest with you. I only watched like the first season. I thought it was dope, but I'm not caught up. But fans wanted another season. They wanted a nice wrap up to get every detail. And I'm imagining from what I've heard, I think it's like that they're trying to fit in like 50 or so crazy amount of chapters into like 2 movies. I don't think it's going to work, but hey, at least you could celebrate like, hey, they're giving us a terrible adaptation for the end. Haikyuu Fest, baby. Yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen fans, apparently Jujutsu Kaisen will be revealing the results of its 3rd character popularity poll next week in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 31. And at this point, who the heck would be number 1? I'm imagining it'd have to be Gojo. I'm imagining it would be like Gojo number 1, Yuji number 2, maybe Sukuna number 3, Megumi number 4. Well, no, Maki isn't popular really like that in Japan. More so a Western thing. I was going to say Maki number 5. Maki probably be my number 1. I'll be honest with you. Maki is my favorite. I put Maki over Gojo, Maki over all of them. Maki is the king queen, you dig? Maki all day. So yeah, I would put Maki over. But yeah, I'm imagining that it's going to be Gojo, Yuji, Sukuna, Megumi, and they'll probably have some random shit like, I don't know, Pandas in the top 5 at the very least. But yeah, I guess we'll report on that when it comes. But we got a character popularity poll incoming, and it'll probably be the final character popularity poll, considering Gege has been adamant that the series is ending by the end of this year, and the way the story is going, it probably will be over in the next few months alongside all of his other contemporaries. Shonen Jump, what are you doing? You're destroying the magazine. What are you doing? What are you doing, Jump? Demon Slayer fans, if you've been paying attention, if you finished the Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc, aka Season 3 of Demon Slayer, then you may have caught it, you may have not, but I'm here to report it. Hey, we rhymed. The Rise of Tim Roosevelt, out now. Go stream it. The album, The Rise of Tim Roosevelt, 13 tracks, music to heal the soul. Side note. Apparently, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba announces the Hashira training arc TV anime. Basically the continuation of the Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village arc, or the Demon Slayer anime, shall I say, because let me not confuse people. Then people be like, oh no, more Swordsmith. A lot of people were disappointed with Swordsmith. I don't get it. But yeah, the Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba hype train continues to chug along as the hit anime series still has plenty of tracks left and will speed right ahead into the Hashira training arc TV anime. The announcement came after the conclusion of the Swordsmith Village arc airing in Japan, with the reveal of a short teaser video and a collection of teaser visuals. And I'm imagining that the next arc will probably be, depending on how things go, I was going to say it'll be received better, but considering it's the Hashira training arc, I don't know how they're going to do this. I mean, I'm going to just say flat out, the fact that the way Ufotable is releasing this thing is hurting Demon Slayer, because yes, it's a good thing to get that beautiful art and animation, and sometimes it takes sacrifices like only getting 11 episode seasons, but at the same time, the pacing is where the problematic aspects start to come into play, because I believe that if we didn't have the pacing that we had now, we probably could have had the Hashira training arc, like if, we got 24 episodes or something like that, we would have had the Hashira training arc alongside Swordsmith, and probably it would have been received better. But considering the fact that we only get 11 episodes with Swordsmith, then we got to wait another year or 2 for the next batch. Yeah, it kind of feels a little bit like it could have been a little bit more well received and overall better paced, or at the very least felt better paced, if we got it all together, like one big binge of like, boom, okay, from Swordsmith to the Hashira training, let's go. I guess we gotta wait and see, because again, I'm hearing some people saying like, how are they gonna make arc over training? We'll find out, won't we? Next time on Ufotable Milk's Demon Slayer. Okay, I'm clouding. I mean, I get it. Like, it's weird to say that they're milking it because they're giving it the best quality possible, and even if it means a little amount of episodes here and there, but at the same time, it feels like Demon Slayer's anime should have been over a long time ago. Like, Demon Slayer's manga ended in 2020. Here we are in 2023, and there's still loads of chapters left to be adapted, and they're doing it like 11 episode increments every year and a half or so. It's a little bit madness. Moving forward, Spy Family fans. Apparently, Spy Family Code White anime film has released a new teaser visual. I didn't know that it was called Code White. But yeah, it got a new visual for the upcoming Spy Family anime movie. But it says here, Spy Family has just a ticket for fans eagerly awaiting for the next leg of the Forger family's adventures, today unveiling a teaser visual jam-packed with clues about the upcoming anime film Spy Family Code White, which will premiere in Japan December 22nd. Illustrated by Chief Animation Director Kyoji Asano, the visual's tagline reads, "Saving the world on an exciting family trip." Both the Spy Family TV anime series and the upcoming film are produced at Wit Studio and Cloverworks, with the second season set to premiere in October 2023 and the film to premiere in Japan December 22nd. So probably right when that season wraps itself up, boom, you got a movie. And yeah, it's already had its first season or whatnot. World peace is at stake, and secret agent Twilight must undergo his most difficult mission yet: pretend to be a family man. Oh, that's just a synopsis of Spy Family. And yeah, looking at the visual, let's take a peek at that. Okay, I mean, you got Anya, you got the parents there in the back. Yeah, you got Lloyd back there with a travel book. So, I mean, it sounds self-explanatory. They're going to go on a trip, but probably either on his way to the trip, or the reason they're going on the trip is something related to, like, one of his spy missions. And yeah, things probably go in a massive disarray. So I'm not expecting the most complex plot. It's freaking Spy Family, but I am expecting it to be very wholesome, very enjoyable, and hopefully something that showcases the Forger family getting even closer and forming an even stronger bond. And it looks like there's like a treasure chest in Anya's hand, so maybe she's thinking that she's on some treasure hunting mission or something along the lines of that. And yeah, it looks beautiful based off the visual, and I'm excited for this film. I can't wait to see it. I think, like I've said before, and I'll say it again, I think that this is going to be one of the biggest, highest grossing anime films of all time. And I know that probably sounds like big words, but considering the popularity of Spy Family, considering the fact that families, all ages, anybody can go and watch this and enjoy this, whether you're a little kid or an old man, I think that this is going to ring off quite well, but we'll see. Either way, Spy Family incoming, Code White. Moving forward, Tokyo Revengers fans. Apparently a new Tokyo Revengers action RPG is coming, which I'm kind of like, okay, it took long enough considering the fact that the manga was at the all-time high peak. Kind of should have been in the works for a while. Well, maybe it was in the works. Maybe it took that big boost for them to start saying, yo, let's make a quality game. It says here, Tokyo Revengers action RPG revealed for consoles, mobile, and PC. On top of the second live action film on June 30th and the upcoming adaptation of the Tenjiku arc this October, Ken Wakui's Tokyo Revengers manga officially has a game in the works. Victor Entertainment announced a new 3D action RPG for the series, with the Tokyo Revengers game coming in free-to-play form to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, iOS, Android, and wow, it's going to be on iOS and Android and PC. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a mobile game that it just looks good enough to pass to get put on consoles, because how the hell is it on iOS, Android, what the freak, in Japan this winter? So it's going to be a free-to-play game. Yeah. Okay, I was wow, they trolled me. I ain't going to lie. I should have read more into this article before we started, because, yeah, so it's a free-to-play game. It's pretty much, imagine if Bleach Brave Souls, instead of just debuting on the phone, it debuted everywhere that it is right now. That seems to be the case for Tokyo Revengers' game, but maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I love Bleach Souls. It's one of my favorite mobile games of all time, so maybe it'll be something along the lines of that. The Tokyo Revengers action RPG will have players jumping right into the story of the series in the heart of Shibuya, with the main cast returning in their respective roles. And of course, stay tuned for more info. I might check it out depending on what it looks like. If it's anything in the ballpark again of like a Bleach Brave Soul or something like that, you can probably count me in, because yeah, some mobile games be gas. Although I'm still kind of shocked that it's like, so you're starting off all over the place with PS5, PS4, Xbox, and iOS and Android. Well, we'll see. I mean, it's free to play, so they're probably gonna, gouge you out the ass with in-store, in-game purchases. But yeah. Moving forward, apparently Wit Studio, which is interesting, that's an anime studio, has started vertical scrolling manga team, and it launched its first series. The official Twitter account of Wit Studio revealed on Sunday that it has launched a planning and production team for its vertical scrolling full-color manga app called Haikyuu Comic. The studio collaborated with Fuzi and Ozu Word to create its first manga series titled Este Hajimari no Maho o Sugumono. the heir of the original magic. The manga will launch simultaneously on Wit Studios' Hike comic vertical scrolling manga app and on the Line manga app on June 25th. So no, it still won't be out yet by the time you're watching this. And there's like a visual here. I'm imagining that's the first series of like a little girl with a witch hat. It says here, based on Fuzzy and Oswald's original novel Wizards Nova, the manga is set in a world where people can now use apparatus to make magic in lieu of wands and spells, thus making traditional robed wizards obsolete. Estee is a wizard who grew up in the backwoods. She was taught magic by her grandmother at a young age, but she is useless at even rudimentary magic. She decides to leave her hometown to go to a magic school in the city. There, she gets caught up in the fight to save the world. And of course, Wit Studio is known for, making series like Attack on Titan, Spy Family, and Ranking of Kings. And that's dope that they're actually branching off and making their own manga. Honestly, I mean, I get it that it's a whole other animal to create a manga, a successful at that manga publishing company, but it makes a lot of sense, and especially it makes probably the most sense in the world to get some really high quality anime studios, make your own manga, animate it, and you kind of can, cut out the middleman with licensing and all that other stuff. Now, anything that you make, you're testing it out with your fans by putting out the manga, seeing what works, what doesn't, and then whatever does work, you animate it, and there you go, winning recipe. And you cut out Shueisha and all the other big publishing companies that is going to take a large chunk, and you got to do all the splits. You just do it all yourself in-house. And considering the fact that Wit Studio is a very, talented company, they can get it done and make something really dope and be able to keep all the proceeds. And we know that it was reported a few years back they were like $4 million in debt. Maybe this is one of the ways that they're trying, like, if we could just make it all ourselves, we can reap all of the benefits. So maybe that's their answer to their debt crisis of, let's just make the shit ourselves from top to bottom. Very interested to see how this goes, although this could spark something, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, Mappa's like, okay, after Demon Slayer, we're gonna make our own Mappa comics. In fact, that would make sense now. Like, why not start comics now while they doing Demon Slayer, work on developing a bunch of new titles. Once Demon Slayer is over, start making anime for Ufotable. In fact, I don't know why Ufotable doesn't do that now. Like, why Ufotable doesn't make their own comic, Ufotable comics, so to speak. And once Demon Slayer is over, boom, you adapt your own Ufotable comics, stuff that works. Like, moving forward, Eden Zero's new TV anime preview. The second core will be starting in July, and it will feature the Aoi Cosmos arc. Now, I kind of fell back on Eden Zero. I haven't watched since the end of season 1, but I'm definitely interested, and it looks like they're going to continue. So probably whenever Netflix gets the entire batch of the next season, it'll all debut on Netflix. So upon doing this story, I reported slightly an inaccurate part of me saying about Netflix. I forgot that Crunchyroll has the full rights to Eden Zero, and I think that really threw me off and kind of messed up my whole watching of Eden Zero, to be honest with you, because I was used to just waiting for Netflix, and I'm here still waiting for Netflix despite the fact that, yeah, the new season been out, and I believe we reported on it. I am totally off today, forgive me, guys. But yeah, Eden Zero is going to continue into July with the next set of episodes, so look forward to it. Moving forward, Spider-Man fans, it seems as though manga is really trying to get as many Spider-Man comics in. It says, new Spider-Man manga from My Hero Academia team releases its first chapter. The team behind My Hero Academia Vigilantes has reunited for a new manga expanding the Spider-Man verse with a new take on Spider-Man's most notorious villain, Dr. Octopus, with the first chapter of a new series now released overseas. My Hero Academia's franchise notably is inspired by many superhero characters, and the biggest of inspirations for Kohei Horikoshi's original manga series seems to be Spider-Man. This ranges from Izuku Midoriya's abilities to even some of the way the manga panels can mirror what happened in Marvel Spider-Man comics. Now the two franchises have collided in an unexpected way. My Hero Academia Vigilantes writer Hideyuki Furuhashi and illustrator Betancourt have teamed up with one another once more for a new manga released with Shueisha's Jump Plus app in Japan to celebrate the recent launch of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse as it takes over the theaters around the world. This new series, Spider-Man Octopus Girl, sees Doc Ock ending up in the body of a new girl in one of the many multiverses in the Spider-Verse and is now navigating his villainy amidst a middle school life. But unfortunately, this new manga is only available in Japan at the time of the writing of this article, with no current international release plans revealed yet. I have no doubt that if it'll definitely come out and get a release over here in the West. Although I'm not gonna lie, it is a very creepy concept of this big creep man waking up in the body of a little girl. Like that's just creepy as hell. The art looks cool and all, but a little weird, and maybe that's why it's not immediately like they ain't rushing like, yo, get this out internationally, because kind of sounds a little weird. But yeah, the My Hero Academia Vigilantes team is working on that, and the chapter is now out if you want to go read it. As a matter of fact, let me know, does it come across as creepy? If you've read it, I'm sure some fan translations have come out already by now. And since we're in the ballpark of My Hero Academia, apparently My Hero Academia has announced a partnership with the NBA. Says here, the world of sports and anime are finding themselves intertwined as the latter becomes more popular with each passing year. In recent years, we've seen professional athletes share their love for the series, including, but not limited to, One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and countless others. Now, an official partnership featuring My Hero Academia and the National Basketball Association has been confirmed in Japan, bringing together one of the premier sports leagues and the world of UA Academy in a new capacity. While we haven't witnessed the students of Class 1A playing against one another in a basketball scrimmage, we have witnessed the UA Academy residents playing against one another in baseball. Hero League Baseball saw two of the biggest heroes in Hero Society assembling their own teams to face one another in a friendly game, with the series focusing on the final arc in its manga and preparing for Season 7 with its anime adaptation. Class 1A might not have enough time to hit the courts, but that isn't stopping the amazing partnership from being forged. My Hero Academia has become a major part of Shonen scene in recent years, and before the grand finale from creator Horikoshi, there might be more partnerships to come. Few details have been revealed when it comes to the My Hero Academia NBA union, but the partnership was announced in Japan via a new publication. The blurb mentions exclusive fashion that will be featured to celebrate the fusing of worlds, so it will be interesting to see which heroes or villains are featured in the upcoming union. The partnership also includes Hyperfly, a fashion retailer that are no strangers to the anime world, having created Jujutsu Kaisen and Naruto attire recently. And there's the little image of the blurb that says MHA X NBA collaboration announced. And I ain't gonna lie, some Shigaraki gear kind of be dope. I'd rock some Shigaraki gear. A Bakugo fit, if it's done right, can be dope as well. So it's a pretty cool collaboration, but I'm interested to see what they do with it. And in general, it still blows my mind every time I be like, yo, we're in 2023 and we're having My Hero Academia crossing over with the NBA. 10 years ago, you never would have saw this coming. 10 years ago, well, I saw it coming. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kept championing for anime to be this big. I know some might not think that, but go check the records. Yeah, I've been champion anime for a very long time now, but you never would have thought, and here we are, My Hero X NBA. It's crazy. And of course, while Horikoshi has yet to confirm how many more chapters My Hero's manga has before it comes to a close, several big battles have already ended. Recently, the fight with Dabi has seemingly reached its conclusion, and though the major battle featuring Deku and Shigaraki rages on, the anime adaptation will be continuing to follow the source material, and it'll be interesting to see if this upcoming season or Season 8 will be its last. I'm gonna bet on Season 8 will be its last at most, because yeah, they're still doing, well, they might be able to fit it all in Season 7. I don't know. I think Season 8 will probably be it, though, considering it seems like they've been stretching this out. And if they're stretching it out, what would be the reason other than, of course, to, you know, sell more volumes, but even more so like, yo, the Studio Bones ordered more, Shueisha ordered more from Studio Bones, something along that path. Moving forward, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 trailer hits massive new milestone. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is only a couple more weeks away, yay, from its premiere as part of the new wave of anime coming this summer 2023 anime schedule, and fans are so hyped for what's to come that the most recent trailer for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 has hit an impressive new milestone. Jujutsu Kaisen fans have been anxiously awaiting for the anime to return after the success of the first season and the movie, and now the new season is finally upon us as it promises to explore more of Satoru Gojo's mysterious past with Suguru Geto. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is gearing up for its premiere in July, and fans have been so highly anticipating new episodes that it seems that they flocked to the newest trailer in droves. The newest trailer for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 was first released a month ago from the time of the writing, and announced by the official Twitter account for Jujutsu Kaisen's anime that the trailer for Season 2 has quickly crossed over 10 million views, as it's clearer than ever that fans are watching it over and over. So shit, over 10 million views for the trailer, that's not bad at all. That just goes to show that people really want some Jujutsu Jujutsu Kaisen, and considering like the last 2 years it's been the #1 selling manga and it's still selling very well, I'm not shocked at all. Yeah, people want more, and they're very much so excited for the infamous Shibuya incident arc to eventually begin, which I think like maybe a quarter into the season it will be dropping, so looking forward to that. However, since we are talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, we do need to talk about a story that has been making its rounds, that apparently the TV anime for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 will only have 23 episodes, not 24 or 25 like typical anime seasons. I don't see that as a big deal at all. The only thing that it worries me is like, okay, how are they going to handle Shibuya? You know what I mean? Like, it could have used another 10 episodes to make sure Shibuya is nicely done. How are they going to handle Shibuya, or is Shibuya going to be carried over into Season 3 if they're doing 23 episodes for Season 2? That's just a little blip, though. I don't really see 23 episodes being like, oh my god, it's only 23. It's like, it's 23 episodes, considering, you know, Demon Slayer fans probably looking at you like, yo, we got 11. You know what I'm saying? We got 11 episodes. What are you complaining about, dog? We only got 11. You talking about 23. Like, you better stop. You better enjoy your 23 episodes. So I ain't mad at that at all. I think that's still a great amount of episodes. I just hope that they don't rush through anything to get the, you know, overall concise wrap up of whatever arc that they're in at that particular point. Because, yeah, Shibuya needs a lot of love. Shibuya was a very long incident. It was an incident, but it was an incident that went on for a while. I think there was like 50 parts to Shibuya incident. It was madness. And not to mention that if they're doing all of Shibuya, and it was roughly 40 to 50 chapters, and then on top of that you add in the arc with Gojo before that, we might be rushing. I mean, the action sequences might make up for it because you can blitz through those in adaptation time. But yeah, I guess we gotta play it by ear. But 23 episodes for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Let's see how it goes. I think that it'll be fine, but you never know. Moving forward, Black Clover apparently will be receiving a stage play adaptation titled Black Clover the Stage, scheduled to be held in Tokyo and Kanagawa on September 2023. More details will be announced in the future, and I wouldn't be surprised it's because it might be ending soon. Usually they start announcing things like this, not always, because My Hero has had stage plays for a long time. A bunch of series has had stage plays, but especially where Black Clover is right now, if it's having this in September, I wouldn't be surprised if Black Clover is going to be ending by September. It's right now at its climax. It's been at its climax and its final arc for months upon months now, damn near almost a year, I want to say. So wouldn't be surprised at all if Black Clover will be ending by September and they'll be launching the stage play. I mean, granted, it feels like, yo, you could have done this a hot while ago, you know, a hot minute ago. You know what I'm saying? Black Clover's gotten a lot of love over this time, but it is what it is, and it'll probably be at 20 million sales by then as well. Dope stuff. In general, it's good to see Black Clover getting some wins. The movie was great. We got a stage play. Manga's still going. Let's get these wins in, baby. Yeah. Moving forward, apparently Viz Media will be raising manga volume prices for the first time in 15 years. That is a long time to keep your manga at the same prices. ICV2 reported on Friday that Viz Media will raise its manga prices from $9.99 per volume to $11.99 per volume beginning in January 2024. The price change will apply to new volumes of ongoing series as well as any new series the company launches. Note that not all Viz Media's releases are currently priced at $9.99 per volume. Some, such as Golden Kamui, are priced at $12.99 per volume. According to news outlets' e-commerce websites, Amazon and Barnes & Noble are listing new volumes of manga slated for English release post-January 1st, 2024 with the updated price. ICV2 noted that Viz Media's new pricing will still be in the same range as other English language manga publishers, with standard single volumes of manga from Kodansha costing around $12.99, from Yen Press costing around $13, and from Seven Seas Entertainment costing around $12.99 to $14.99. Viz Media last raised its prices for Shonen Jump and Shoujo Beat manga volumes from $7.99 and $8.99 respectively to $9.99 in 2009. Jeez, that was way before, well, not way before, but that was before I started really getting like heavy hardcore into collecting manga. ICV2 stated that it reached out to Viz Media but did not receive a response by press time. Anime News Network has also reached out to Viz Media, and the company did not respond for our request to comment as well. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. With inflation and everything going on in the way of the world right now, I am not surprised. Like, everything is going up in price. So considering they haven't raised their prices in 15 years, I don't see it. Like, yeah, obviously, you know, do what you will. If you're gonna Mugiwara hat it up, you know what I'm saying, sail the seven seas to get your manga, then you do it. But I think the prices still aren't too bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, Japan be getting these volumes for like $2-3, but they're the home country and their volumes are smaller and all of that jazz. Either way, I ain't really too mad at it. You know, if you're not gonna buy the manga, then you ain't gonna buy it, and if you are, you're gonna buy it. Yeah, I mean, a price raise for the first time in 15 years ain't bad at all. So yeah, that's my stance on it. Okay, people, it's time to jump into the weekly Shonen Jump author comments. Let's do it. And to start off, we got Martial Master Asumi by Kawada. I believe this is a new serialization in the magazine. I'm Kawada. I'm gonna treat this as my first serialization and do my best. Thanks for the support. Well, hopefully you make some heat, fam. We'll be watching. We got Hajime Komodo, author of Martial Magic and Muscles. Cola is delicious. I drink so much. I love Coca-Cola. I wonder if he got sponsored to say that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that looks, nah, dog. Right here. Water. Doesn't care. Screw the brand. Just water. I don't know what you talking about, Hajime Komodo. I don't think Mosh would approve. Well, maybe he would. I don't know. He loves cream puffs. But yeah. Mission Yosaguro family's Hitsuji Gandaira. I tend to get styes from time to time, so I keep my eye medicine well stocked. Ouch. Ooh, please don't even mention that in my... Please. Oh, God. Carry on. Me and Roboco Shuhei Miyazaki. Can you believe it? A theatrical version has been announced. What are you doing? Are you really sure about this? I can't wait. Please check it out. I want to watch that movie. I want to watch the me and Roboco film. Yeah. Akane Banashi's Yuki Suenaga. I watched Sanctuary and Air. Both were great. Okay, is he talking about Sanctuary Saint Seiya? Okay. We got Koihei Horikoshi, My Hero Academia. Hanima no Koibito and Skip and Loafer are manga series I'm currently enjoying. I wish I could read them forever. I wish you could get a break and read them forever, dog. 3 months or something, 6 months. Like, give them a break. Give them a break. Blue Box is Koji Miura. I went to a Galileo live performance. Everything was great and I was overwhelmed. The emotions. Cool beans. Jujutsu Kaisen's Gege Akutami. Kusakabe is actually the top ranked character for helping me get the storyboards moving. Okie dokie. Sakamoto Days from Yuto Suzuki. I went to a Wirtz concert. It was amazing. I want to go again. Yuki Tabata from Black Clover. My wife had to be admitted for emergency surgery. My mother-in-law came up to help me battle my toddler. God damn, dog. Just positive vibes and good energy and prayers and all of that stuff for Yuki Tabata's wife. Wow. Yo, why is it that it feels like Yuki Tabata is constantly going through something? I don't like to hear this. And shout outs to mom-in-law coming through to help him with his kid. But yeah, that is shit, man. Especially with, like, you know, the series being in its climax, to, you know, have to be dealing with that at the same time. Just Godspeed to his wife and everything that's going on over there. It sounds hectic, and yeah, prayers up, people. Send positive vibes, because Tabata's a good dude. He's a family man, and I hate hearing this. I hate hearing it. Best wishes, Tabata. We love you. We got Tadatoshi Fujimaki from Kill Blue. I found those once popular fidget spinners in the back of my desk. I gave one a spin, and it did indeed spin. Yo, what happened to fidget spinners? Remember that was like a big thing, and that shit just fell off the face of the earth after like a summer. The Elusive Samurai by Yusei Matsui. If you added a feature to shirataki bags for straining the water, I think it would sell well. I hate having to use a strainer just for that. Nue Exorcist Kota Kawaii. Thanks to everyone who sent me email. I will continue fighting with a reinvigorated spirit. Well, we got Kenta Shinohara, Witch Watch. I found out that the itchiness I sometimes get on my hands is from hives. I'm screwed if it's caused by stress, though. Best wishes to Kenta Shinohara. Yo, Witch Watch is dope. Cypher Academy, Nisio Isin. It's already the second half of June. A year passes fast, and a half a year passes twice as fast. That is facts. The time keeps ticking. Undead Unluck Yoshifumi Tezuka. Street Fighter 6 is awesome. The ranked matches with Otto's commentary are super fun. I'm doing my best with Kimberly. Do retry. Jun Kirarazaka. I love the movie Baby Assassins. Watching it brings back memories of when I first started. I like the sequel too. The Ichinoshi family's Deadly Sins. The seasons are changing, so please take care of yourselves and please enjoy Chapter 29. Fabricant 100, Daisuke Enoshima. I'm studying Takeshi Kitano's movies before the new one comes out. Beyond Outrage is my favorite. And to close things off, we got Tenmaku Cinema's Yuto Tsukuda. I watched Sanctuary. The realism of the sumo scene sent me flying. The hype. And there you have it, people. Those were the weekly Shonen Jump author comments. Always a treat. Now let's wrap things up with the top 50 best-selling manga of the week. courtesy of Joes_Ken. Okay, let's see here, people. We've got, starting at the bottom at number 50 in its 10-day run, Naruto Sasuke Retsuden Volume 2, 29.6k. So 30,000 more or less in 10 days for a spin-off series of Sasuke. I feel like in the West it's going to sell very well for Western standards because, yeah, it's like Naruto related and it's a manga. So I feel like it's going to do not better, but better by comparison over here in the West. But yeah, it's still dope volume cover, and I wish it would have sold 129.6 or 229.6. That might just be me though. Okay. Then moving forward, let's see, we got Oshinoko Volume 2. Here we go. Oshinoko, I'm expecting it all over the place. Volume 2 at 15.1 this week, 582. Ayakashi Triangle in 10 days, 32.16k this week. Okay. What Did You Eat Yesterday? Volume 21 in 20 days, 158k with 16.6 this week. Finding out what did they eat. You got Oshinoko Volume 1, Volume 10 with 16.7 and 17.1 apiece. The Oshinoko effect is real, and I'm heading on over, and I already see on the next page a whole bunch of Oshinoko, but let's go through it. Let's see, we got at 40 Oshinoko Volume 9 with 17.1. We got at 39 My Hero Academia Team Up Mission Volume 2. In 3 days it did, okay, let's see, it has a, maybe these sales are off because it says in 3 days it did 17.3, but it has 38 point. Overall, since its release, June 2nd, it has 38,000 sales for, you know, spin-off series. That's probably also why they're keeping this thing alive, because even the spin-offs are selling well. Like My Hero Academia manga sells very well. We got Oshinoko Volume 8, 17.3k, 383,000 total. Volume 6 of Oshinoko, 17.9, 444,000 sold. Oshinoko Volume 7, geez Louise, almost 18k, 417,000. Then we got World's End Harem Volume 22 in 10 days, 33,310 with 18k this week. We got Oshinoko Volume 11, 18.4 with 309,000 total. At number 31, we got The Elusive Samurai Volume 11 in 10 days, 36.9. So almost 37 in 10 days. That's not too bad at all. I ain't gonna lie. You pretty much average it out, take a little bit. It did a little over 30 in about a week. That's not great, but that's not bad per se, especially in comparison to majority of the newbies of Shonen Jump. None of them are really hopping off the page like, you know, the Jujutsu Kaisen Chainsaw Man era. Then 30 through 21 of Oshinoko at number 30 with 18.7k. We got Oshinoko Volume 4 with 19.4k, bringing his total to 533,000. I'm noticing that there's not much blue lock. I feel like the blue lock effect kind of died off, but then again, when the anime ended, the hype ended, I guess. Akane Banashi Volume 6 in 10 days, 44.9. That's not bad at all, almost 45,000. And considering it was just announced that it has 1 million copies in circulation already, that's great. And I ain't gonna lie, Akane looks mighty pretty in that cover. We got Witch Watch Volume 11 in 10 days, 44.9, 45k in 10 days. Again, decent numbers. All right. We like to see it over here. We support the Witch Watch, baby. Then we got places 20 through 11. Yo, ask and you shall receive. We got Blue Lock's latest volume on the charts in 26 days, 23.9k with 344,000 total. But definitely that big backlog thing kind of died off. Like after the season of anime, like, you know, went away, it pretty much kind of, I don't want to say fell off, but it's not doing what it was doing. Kinukuman Volume 82 in 10 days, 50k. Yo, who's buying these Kinukuman volumes? Who? At number 12, Boruto in 10 days, almost 70k, 68.3. It's not the greatest numbers in the world, but it's definitely a lot better than I had expected. So almost 70k, and it's still on the charts. Hopefully it keeps on selling, considering Boruto won't be putting out another volume for quite some time. Yeah, we got at number 11, Aoashi Volume 32 in 13 days, 151k with 36k this week. Not bad. And then we got top 10. Let's go. We got at number 10, Sakamoto Days, Volume 12 in 10 days, 85.4. Yeah, baby. Sakamoto's up next. Like, Out of everything in the magazine, considering the story we reported earlier that it seems like Marshall is coming to an end, Sakamoto Days is next up, doing 85k in 10 days. That is great. It's a different type of series. I am super here for it. Shout outs to Sakamoto Days. At number 9, Hikaru ga Shindanatsu. I do think I'm somewhat familiar with this series. In 10 days, 104k. Dope cover and in general good sales. At number 8, Black Clover. Black Clover volume 35. In 10 days, 88.6k. That is so much better than the volume sales are just way better looking this time around opposed to last time. And even though it was only 3 days, it kind of looked a little skimpy, but this time around 88.6k in 10 days total. I'm not mad at that at all. It's closer to the 100k mark, and yeah, beating out Boruto at the very least. It's like, yo, you got to be beating out Boruto if you're the Shonen Jump title, you know what I'm saying? And not that I want Boruto to be beaten out, but come on, Black Clover, this is the big time. Boruto's a spinoff. We got MF Ghost volume 17 in 6 days, 55.4. I think that is I always forget the name of that car racing manga, but I think that's a spinoff to that, if I'm not mistaken. We got Arslan Senki volume 19 in 4 days, 71.4k. All right. Is that from? Yeah, wow, Hiromu Arakawa. Even with that new manga, they're still working on this one as well. That's crazy. Wow. Let's see here. We got One Punch Man volume 28 in 10 days, 210k total with 107k this week. Doing big numbers. Then we got at number 2, World Trigger, volume 26, in 10 days, 277.9. A solid fan base that never wavers when it comes to World Trigger. And then at number 1, My Hero Academia, volume 38, with 446,000.7 in total in 10 days, with 222,000 this week. Very good, strong numbers overall. Very exciting list of manga sales as a whole. I like to see it. Good titles, good manga selling. Let's go. But that's all I have for this one. I'm Tim Roosevelt, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in. Make sure you check out the Rise of Tim Roosevelt album out on all streaming platforms right now. And as always, people, you just watched another exciting episode of FORNEVERNEWS. Have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell to get more. Yeah.
Yes, this is for my day ones, gotta be clear. Still moving on, baby, but I wish you was here. Still moving on, baby, but I gotta get there. Still moving on, baby, I'ma never forget. Still moving on, baby, I'ma never regret. Still moving on. This is for my day ones. This is for my day ones.